Alright, y'all. Today we get into Law 2 of the 48 Laws of Power. Never put too much trust in friends and learn how to use enemies. Now, I know that sounds kind of harsh, maybe even a little cold. Don't trust your friends, use your enemies. Sounds like something out of a soap opera. But if you stick with me, you'll see this law isn't about cutting everybody off. It's about protecting yourself from blind spots. Because sometimes the people closest to us are the ones who can hurt us the most. And history's got plenty of receipts to prove it. Let me tell you a story. We're going all the way back to the 9th century in Byzantium. The ruler back then was Emperor Michael III. Now, Michael had this friend named Basilius, and Basilius wasn't born into wealth or power. He came from nothing. No land, no title, not even much respect. But Michael saw something in him. Maybe it was loyalty. Maybe it was charm. Maybe he just wanted his friend at his side. Whatever it was, Michael raised Basilius up. He gave him wealth. He gave him status. He gave him the power. I mean, imagine taking your childhood friend who used to borrow $5 for gas and suddenly making him your right-hand man. That's exactly what Michael did. And for a while, things seemed cool. Basilius was grateful. He even served Michael and stayed close. He lived a really good life. But here's the thing about giving somebody power they didn't earn. It doesn't always make them loyal. Sometimes it makes them hungry. The more Basilius got, the more he wanted. And before long, he wasn't just happy being Michael's friend. He wanted to be Michael. Eventually, Basilius betrayed him. He had Michael killed, and he took the throne for himself. Just like that, friendship turned into murder. And the man Michael trusted most ended up being the one who destroyed him. That's why Greene puts this law right at the top, because trust without caution can be deadly. So what's the takeaway here? Friends are tricky in positions of power because the relationship isn't built on reason. It's built on feelings. And feelings change. Your friend might support you one day, but the next, they may be jealous. They might feel like they deserve what you have, and because you trust them so much, you won't see the warning signs until it's too late. Enemies, though, they're different. An enemy who becomes an ally has something to prove. They know you're watching them. They know they can't slip, and if they're smart, they'll work twice as hard to show they can be trusted. And funny enough, an enemy turned friend can end up being more reliable than the buddy you grew up with. Think about it in today's world. Let's say you start a business. You got one opening for a co-founder. Who do you choose? Option 1, your best friend from high school. You've known each other for forever. They're funny. They're loyal. They're always down for a crawfish ball. But they don't really have the skills. Now, option 2 is somebody you used to compete with. Maybe y'all went head-to-head for the same client. Maybe they even badmouth you once or twice. Or 10. But here's the thing. They're sharp. They know the work. And if you join forces, you'll both stand to win. So who's more reliable here? The friend who feels entitled to the spot, or the rival who's gonna hustle to prove they belong? History says pick the rival. The bond may not be sweet, but it's strong. It's based on necessity, not nostalgia. Think about it like this. Abraham Lincoln understood this better than most people. When he became the president, he could have filled his cabinet with friends and allies who worshiped the ground he walked on, but he didn't. Instead, he invited his rivals, the same men who ran against him, insulted him, and tried to stop him from getting elected. And you know what? Those rivals became some of the most powerful allies. They had skin in the game. Their reputation was on the line, and by working together, they made Lincoln stronger. That's the flip side of the law. Enemies once brought inside often become your fiercest supporters. So how do you use Law 2 in your life? Okay, number 1. Don't hand out trust just because somebody's a friend. If you're hiring, promoting, or choosing a partner, judge by skill and character, not by history. 2. Keep your friendships, but don't confuse them with strategy. A friend might love you and still resent your success. 3. Don't be afraid to turn rivals into allies. Sometimes the best way to neutralize a threat is to bring it close and give it stake in your success. And 4. Remember that loyalty built on aligned goals lasts way longer than loyalty built on feelings. People stay loyal when it serves their interests, not just because they like you. That's law 2 of the 48 laws of power. Don't put blind trust in friends, and don't underestimate what an enemy-turned-ally can bring to the table. Thank y'all for listening. Your support, your shares, your love, it keeps the series alive. Now, if you want more exclusive content on the laws, make sure you follow me on Instagram at DionCameron.ii and on TikTok at DionCameron. I'll see y'all in the next one.